Hey, you two. This is Jerry D in Tennessee. Um, let's talk about a stock. This is a EV stock. So let me get my scene set up here on this other screen. Bam. Okay, there we go. So MULN. It is an EV stock. If you go to OTC markets, it still comes up. Okay, as Net Element Incorporated, but the ticker is now Mullen Automotive. So to really see the real information about this stock, you can still go to OTC markets and pull up like their SEC filings. That's still here, but if you really want to see the current stuff, you probably want to go to NASDAQ, NASDAQ.com, look up MULN, and it actually comes up with what the stock is actually called, Mullen Automotive Incorporated. The ticker used to be that other one, and they just took over this ticker. So, I accept all cookies, whatever. It's NASDAQ. It'll be all right. So, and they're up this past month. They've been up, and they pulled back a little bit. They got up to $1, almost $1.25 a share. So the stock's still cheap. Will this stock, make you rich? Over time, I think if they produce what they promise and their cars become popular, then this stock should take off. Maybe not as well as Tesla. Tesla's the premier electric car. Tesla's been around for a while, and they have established a reputation like Ford and Dodge, Chevrolet. They're kind of become a household name. Now, Mullen Automotive may become a household name. They may do it. There's going to be several new EV vehicle companies that's going to be in the market, and there's actually there's probably some new ones that are going to really make it like Tesla, and they're going to be around for the long term. It's just a matter of time. All we can do is wait, and the stocks are going to determine, again, as I always say, is determined by the investors. Who's interested in the stock, who believes in the stock, who's willing to put their money into the stock. Pretty much, and the stock's going to have to, Mullen Automotive's going to have to continue to release news articles on what they're doing to keep the stockholders informed on what's going on with their stock. So, if you look over here, I pulled it up on NASDAQ because this is actually, it's where you're going to find your most current stuff. NASDAQ's going to keep the information since they're in the NASDAQ market. They're going to keep the most current information on the site. So if I was going to go look up for news and stuff, I would go to NASDAQ over OTC. OTC's going to list the old stuff that they have previously, as well as as you can see, Net Element Incorporated is the old name that ticker was tied to. So now that they're in the NASDAQ, they are actually Mullen Automotive. So because the ticker got uplisted. So what do I think about this stock? I think it's got potential. Quit that menu's trying to drop down. Sorry about that. But if you go like Investor Place, Alex Sorois, apologize. I've never heard your name mentioned, pronounced, whatever. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. But he says the hype behind Mullen Automotive could be overplayed. Is it? I don't know. We don't know. Time will tell. It depends on the company. If they can start putting out products and people like their vehicles and start buying their vehicles, it's like it becomes popular, kind of like Tesla, this stock's going to take off. It just depends on the product. Like I said, if they can produce a good quality product and people like it, people like the vehicles, then the stock's going to do well. So the stock company is, let's see, they are out of Brea, California. And this article claims they haven't accomplished much yet commercially, and it doesn't garner much headline ink either. But this is this guy's opinion on the company. But when you start looking at, it's really popular on YouTube. People's talking about this on YouTube. There's somebody reached out to me and said, "Why don't you look into this company?" So, and asked me to give my thoughts on it. So, any stock out here, and the plus with this stock, I want to say one plus with this stock, it's not in penny stock land anymore. This stock is on NASDAQ now. It's listed on NASDAQ, so that's a big plus for this company. All right, so if you go over here and Mullen Automotive Incorporated on E-Trade, what's the day's high? The day range is from $1 to $1.15. They're down on the day. On closing, they were $1.07. So down 6.96%. Again, this is a cheap EV stock to get into. If you want to get into EV stocks, I would probably sit back and maybe watch what's going on with the stock if you're interested in it. Refinitiv is kind of negative. They're kind of bearish on it. So I don't know. I pulled up the report that they give, and they're saying they give it an average for a 2. They have its rating. The score of 2 places it within the bottom 15% of stocks scored. The bottom of 15% stocks scored. But if you go down and you start looking at this report that they produce, and I pulled this up off the link off the E-Trade page that I was on. You click on the link for it, and people's talking about the I don't know. There's a lot. There's articles out there that's negative about the stock, but there's a lot of people that's really believe in this company and it could do something. One thing that I've heard is that they have their own. They own their building. So, you know, that's going to, at least they're not renting from somebody, paying out rent every month, which could get very expensive over time. So this report was come out today, March 10th, 2022. And again, they scored it a 2, which is a low score. They're like, I don't think this stock's going to do anything, and going on about. But you start looking, where did I read this? I know I was going to show you something on here, and I've kind of lost my place. Maybe this is it. Okay, so annual revenue. I think this might be what I was looking at. Earnings surprises. Comparing the company's actual earnings to the mean expectation of the analysis results in a difference referred to as positive or negative surprise. Research has shown that when a company reports a surprise, it is then followed by more of the same surprise type. So, where did I see this? A pattern of increasing sales in conjunction with a rising EPS may influence a buy recommendation, while flat or falling sales, faltering earnings may explain a sell recommendation. A rising EPS with flat or falling sales may result from increasing cost efficiencies of margins rather than market expansion. This chart shows the sales forecast trend, and all analysis in the highest and lowest projections for the current and next fiscal year. And as you can see, they're on the rise according to this, the actuals. So where did I see this? Look. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. This is where I read it. I've been sifting through some information, and some things I've just handpicked what I wanted to talk about, and I've still got some other stuff that I've looked at about this stock in my head. I'm trying to sort through exactly to get my thoughts together on this. But all right, so they give them on fundamentals, which a lot of people, a lot of stock analysts, they weigh a whole lot on fundamentals for the company. And based on the fundamentals, they rated them as a 2 in the low 15% of the market, but on fundamentals they give them a 5. Fundamentals relatively, they're in line with the market, with what they're trying to do. So to me, that's a positive. I don't know why some people are negative about it. It's probably because it's a young EV company. It's a new EV company. They're not they've not been out there like Tesla, and that's probably why you would hear some negative comments and opinions about the company. And again, you don't know. You really don't know what the stock is going to do until the investors start buying into the stock and invest over time. It just depends. Like I said, though, if they can produce what they promise to produce, and right here it says fundamentals are relatively in line with the market. To me, that's a positive that they're trying to do all the right things to help the stock grow. So, highlights. Mullen Automotive Incorporated currently it has a relative neutral fundamental rating of 5. The average fundamental rating for its electric components and equipment industry is 5, and a Standard & Poor's 500 index average is 5.9. So it's a little below Standard & Poor's S&P index. So to me, that's a good thing. I think they're coming up for a good start. And again, when you look at the chart, let me go back to the. So if I go back to the NASDAQ, it really was showing. I've got the 5 days up here for this past week so far. I mean, they come from 78 cents. They went up to $1.24 and then they pulled back. I think they're going to continue to climb as they release news. They're going to have to continue to release news and hopefully be on Bloomberg and your other stock outlets that's reporting the news on stock companies. But with that, I mean, I think they can do well. If a person's interested, and you get in at $1.07 and they go up, even if they don't do as well as Tesla, I expect this stock's probably going to do well. I mean, it might be comparable to Ford's price, what Ford is right now at the time, and time's going to tell. Time will tell. So if you go out to the website investors.mullenusda.com. They're posting news out here. March 9th was the last one. Financial website Insider Monkey names Mullen Automotive a top penny stock to buy in March. But again, they're on NASDAQ, so they're kind of not sort of a penny stock anymore. They're listed on NASDAQ, so they're really not a penny. They're over $1. So if they can hold that price over $1, they're going to stay on the NASDAQ. If they can keep the price up and get the price up on the stock, they're just going to stay on the NASDAQ. So They've released news, the end of February. So as long as they keep releasing news like this, to keep investors informed, keep people interested in them, if they can keep their name out in the news media, where you keep hearing the name, more and more people's going to buy into this stock, and the stock will go up. So, it's $1.07. It's cheap right now. If you put little money into it right now, and it goes up to the $5-10 a share, you're 10 times 5 to 10 times your money over time. But I would look at it as a long term if I bought into it. And don't buy into it because I told you to buy into it. I'm not saying that to buy into it. I'm presenting the information so you can look at it yourself and make your own decisions on it. You should actually, before you invest, look at the stock and see what you think of the stock. Not what I think about it or somebody else on YouTube, some random guy on YouTube thinks about it. Look at the facts about the company. Look it up. Do your research. See what they're about, what they're doing. Make your own decisions off of what you can find out about the stock, not off of what I say about the stock. I want to present the links down below so you can actually look and read the article stuff. A lot of these guys on YouTube, it really gets me, and I'm really disappointed in some of my favorite stock people that talk about stocks on YouTube. It disappoints me that people don't put links to the research out there in their description. To me, that's part of being loyal to your subscribers. Back up what you're talking about. Put your links out there so people can read it for themselves. Because people shouldn't be buying the stock because I say that it might be a pretty good investment to get into. You should go do your own research and make your own decisions on this stuff. Look at it and see what you think. But watch the price action too. If the price is dropping and dropping and dropping, then maybe you shouldn't buy into it. But if you wait and you see it hits a bottom price, and then you hear some news that they just opened up they're reporting that they've opened up a new dealership in such and such town, and they're already selling cars, and then the price starts climbing up. This right there at the bottom, as the price starts going up, might be a good time to buy into it. So look into it first before you start buying into it. Like I said, it's come up over the past month, under $1 to now it's over $1. It's on NASDAQ. So they're doing the right thing to get the stock going. They're on NASDAQ, and to me, it's a good sign. It's cheap right now, $1.07, so it's a good price. You don't have to put a lot of money into it. And if you buy into it with the mindset, I'm gonna hold this for a while, I'm gonna ride it out and watch the company grow. And that's what you want. You want to watch the company grow over time. I mean, like Amazon. Amazon wasn't what the price is today. Amazon started out as a small company and got on the stock exchange, and over time the price has grown and grown and grown because the company has become a household name. If Mullen can do that same thing, if they can come out with a good quality car, people like it, it looks good, sporty looking, whatever, it's reliable, they don't have any issues, and that being said, I don't think there's any of these EV vehicles that are not going to have a few issues over time. I think that companies, as you come out with new technology, there are going to have some problems, and they may have to work some bugs out of their system, especially if it's like maybe the computer that's controlling the charge of the batteries, or that controls your dash and all your functions for your AC and stuff. But that being said, things, I'm an IT guy, and you just gotta expect with the new tech stuff, you're gonna have a few bugs, especially if they start Self-driving cars, I don't know if I want a self-driving car when they first come out. I want them to work the bugs out. I don't want to be the first person that's in a car crash because of a bug in the software. So, that being said, not that I want anything to happen to anybody. Hopefully nothing ever happens. I know Tesla's working on that. But I'm just saying, sometimes you don't want to jump right on the bandwagon go out and buy the vehicle when it first comes out. You might want to see, what kind of product, if it has any issues. But if they can produce a good quality product, they come out straight out, hit the market, and there's very few issues with the vehicle, and if they have an issue, you take it back to the dealership, they handle it over warranty, and they quickly resolve whatever issue that you have with the vehicle, then this stock's going to do well. I think it will do well. If everything falls in place just fine like that, and they do all the right things to make the company a reliable company, make the product a reliable product, this stock can do well. And right now it's cheap. It's $1.07. So that got my attention. Somebody that I had a subscriber, mainly 101. He said, you need to check this stock out. And the more I look at it, the more I like it. But again, you don't know. It's a new. They're going to be coming out with the new products. So I thought I had their website up. Did I? Oh, I'm on their website. Lord, I thought I was still on NASDAQ. I'm having a senior moment. I'm sorry, folks. All right, so I thought. Wait a minute. Where did I see it? Resources, investors contacts. Where did I see it? Financial stock info. So you can go to the news. What am I looking for? I thought it's on the program update. I thought they were listing the models, the stock info. Let's look, stock info. This is just their price. So okay, and they've come up in March. Resources, investor request form, investor contacts, board of directors, executive management, financials, overview. Let's go back to overview. Easy to go electric. And that's a solid state polymer battery. About MULN, our story. I think this is probably the link I'm thinking about. Alright. Now I can continue. I think this is where I want to go. Yeah, okay. This is it. Alright. So, you can put down a $100 deposit. This is where I'm going. I want to talk about the cars. Because they were listing the models of their cars that they're going to have at the dealerships. So it kind of reminds me of the Tesla in the shape, which I guess all of them is going to pretty much have the same shape. The front end's a little different, and it's a sporty looking little car. I mean, I'm thinking this is probably a 2-door, and it's either going to have a trunk or a hatchback in the back. So this is the MULN 5. And I don't remember. Okay, yeah, they do have the price. So the MULN 5 SUV. This is an SUV crossover. It's going to have a starting price of $55,000. Final price will be confirmed over vehicle order. And I imagine that's going to depend on what options you want on the vehicle. So To me, that's a good-looking vehicle. I think that's. I'm thinking they're probably going to be some competition to Tesla. Will they outdo Tesla? I'm not saying that, but I think there will be a competition. They'll be out there as there will be an alternative to Tesla. So I'm interested to know. So they've got a range. The range estimate is 325 miles on a charge, and I think that's comparable to the Ford Mach-E. I think the Mach-E, the higher end model, was like 300 and something miles. I can't remember. I've sat in a Mach-E, and I would consider a Mach-E if I was in the market for buying electric vehicles. But I'm kind of sitting back. I'm waiting to see what the price is going to be for to operate these cars, and the range. The range is very important to me because I have an hour drive to work. So, yeah, I wanna make sure that you got a range, and I hope that the charge is going to be fairly quick. And I've talked to several Tesla owners, and they've been happy with the Tesla. So if they can get this car to be comparable with the Tesla, with the current Teslas that's out on the market, the charge time, the mileage, I think they're going to do well. So you can reserve the cars if you want to reserve the car. I thought they had more models though. Yes. Okay. So they've got the Dragonfly. I like this one. If I was going to buy one just for myself, I'm thinking I would be interested in this one, even though the range is not as much as the SUV crossover. I mean, to me, that looks like an electric version of the Corvette. I mean, look at that. I mean, as a sporty design. Coming soon, they call it the Dragonfly. Pure electric, high-performance sports car. Like I said, if they can deliver, right here is showing, I don't know if that's the top speed, 145. Do they show the specs? 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds. I mean, that's pretty decent. Electric cars, you get more torque out of electric motors, so you can make an electric car perform a lot better than a gas-powered car. So they're going to combine luxury and a sports car. Maybe it's comparable to a Jaguar, Audi. I think it's a good-looking electric car. So I think they've got a promising. I think there's a lot of potential for this stock. Like I said, if they can, they're already got the products out here. You can pre-order the 5. Can you pre-order this one? There's a reserve. I don't know what that means as far as it might be just for the. Let's open it up, the new tab. Let's see what it says. Reserve. That's just for the MULN 5. They're only letting you reserve. They're only letting you put $100 down right now on this one right here. So this is going to be the first one produced. They're probably still. They're still working on this one. They're probably working out all the bugs, and when they're ready for prime time, they're going to start taking pre-orders for this one, I'm sure. But they're good-looking cars to me. They're sporty-looking little cars. I mean, the thing that really concerns me about electric cars is the mileage. Okay, so the 230 miles is I think that's about the range of what the Mach-E, the low-end Mach-E, Ford Mach-E that I sat in. That was my downside on that because I was concerned about the charge time and the number of miles. 230 miles from Tennessee, if I'm going down to Orlando, Florida, But I have been told by Tesla owners that you stop at an EV charging station, you can charge your car. What was it the guy told me? I talked to a police officer in Loudoun County. Actually, he was a county officer, and he was driving a Tesla. I saw him at Chick-fil-A, and I think, what did he say? He said maybe 30 minutes you had 80% charge or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. If somebody's got a Tesla watching this, let me know. But something like that. It seemed like unreal quick, because I remember when I was looking at the Mach-E with just a normal, just off a house connection, was going to recharge in about 8 hours for a Mach-E for the upper end model, I think. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe Ford's come out with a quick charge as well. But I think you're going to have to put, when you buy these vehicles, it's probably going to, you need to consider, you're going to have an electrician come to your house and put a 220 out under your carport or in your garage to charge the vehicle off of, to get the quick charge feature. You're going to have to put a 220 connection out there so you can charge your car. But this is probably going to be the norm within the next 20 years for people, though. The government's going to this. They won't eliminate petroleum-based transportation. Will they eliminate all of it? I don't know. I find it hard to believe that you can get rid of like semis and stuff. I think petroleum's still going to have its place in society. But the bulk of the population may be driving an electric car, especially if you live just a few miles from work. This right here's perfect for you. If you have a short drive to your place of employment, this right here's probably going to be a perfect vehicle for you. Don't have to buy gas. So, but I really do over the other vehicle. I mean, did I go the right? Reserve yours. Okay, over the MULN 5. I mean, the MULN 5 is an SUV crossover. I'd like to know if it's a four-wheel drive. If it's an SUV crossover, it probably is four-wheel drive. It's probably all-wheel drive, would be my guess. So if I have a new Bronco, so if I was in the market for a new SUV, I might be interested in it. But I kind of favor the Dragonfly. I think that's going to be my first. If I was going to buy a Mullen Automotive vehicle, I think the Dragonfly, because of the sportiness of the car. I like the looks. I really like the look of this car. I like the design of it. But I think they have some others too here. Hold on. They've got fleet vans. They also have the batteries. I guess they're going to sell the batteries. I could be part of it. But let's see. Fleet vans. Let's look at the fleet vans. Mullen Automotive. I mean, that kind of looks like Ford Sprinter in a way, but I mean, you got to be honest. Even the Dodge, Ford, most vans. I mean, all vans have a box look to them because it's just what it is. It's made to carry cargo. So, payloads for their vans going to be 2,249 pounds. Cargo, I guess 210 square foot. Is that what that is? So, range. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Range is going to be 160 miles from the van. See, that's why I think you may not be able to. I mean, if you're doing deliveries, a flower shop, and you're delivering within a town, city, probably the perfect vehicle to deliver flowers. If you're in between orders and deliveries, when you park it back at the flower shop, plug it in, let it charge while you're working on the next order or the next funeral. I hate to say that, but funeral, that's one thing flower shops do, sell flowers for, is funerals. But Uh, delivery vans. Maybe somebody, Domino's, Pizza Hut, some of these fast food pizza delivery companies. To me, 160 miles, if you're delivering within the city limits of a city or a town, that's probably going to be a pretty good vehicle for somebody for making deliveries, quick deliveries for food. But anyway, they look like they've got a lot of things going for them, a lot of positive stuff. So they're showing products. They have Class 2 commercial. So this one's going to be 200 miles plus. This is going to be higher payload, higher weight payload. Like I said, if they can deliver, I believe they're going to do well. It's going to depend on the product, the interest in the product. Wait a minute. So they mentioned the automotive suppliers of the Mid-South corridor, Mid-South Tennessee region. So that's going to be one of their target locations. They're going to sell their vehicles. In North Delta regions, provide MULN with a baseline for manufacturing success. So MULN manufacturing facilities are located in primary logistics center of North America. So I wonder if they're going to have a factory here in Tennessee as well. Right now they're based out of California, so... Oh, no, they do have. Okay, located 50 miles from Memphis, Tennessee. And they have a plant in Tunica, Mississippi. So they're spread out a little, several places. Let's see, MULN is currently working on creating necessary infrastructure and the required machinery to support large-scale electronic vehicle production, which will begin Q3 of 2024. So 2024 is when you're really going to see them out. 2024, you'll start seeing them out on dealerships. So I was hoping on this link. I guess they own 2 buildings. It doesn't say though, does it? But I was retail investor relations. Let's see. And this is just okay. This is just all right. We need to change yesterday. Let's go see what this says. The world needs help to lower the damaging impact of fossil fuel dependence. We needed sustainable clean energy solutions available yesterday. Sadly, we are still struggling to solidify sustainability with the current state of things. It's no longer sufficient to just have lofty ideas and aspirations for a sustainable future to plan out. We need real solutions. Okay, so MULN is a Southern California-based company that owns and partners with several synergistic businesses, all working towards the same goal of creating clean, scalable electric vehicles and energy solutions, born out of our founder David Mitry's vision. The mantra perpetually getting tongue-tied. Fueling all our efforts is the ability to imagine what's possible. All right. So the beginning of MULN. MULN Technologies was incorporated by CEO David Mitchery in 2014. I apologize, David, if I mispronounced your name. No disrespect intended. As a successor company of the acquisition of Coda Automotive and MULN Motor Cars. Coda Automotive was another automotive company founded in 2009. The award-winning company's all-electric sedan came with a range of 88 miles, the longest among its class at the time. At one point, Coda was one of the only 2 certified EV companies selling EVs across the U.S. Oh, I wonder if you could find a Coda. That'd be interesting. Other companies being Tesla. So this company, Coda and Tesla, were the 2. And Tesla, you can see where they are now. So somebody's picked up this company. They picked this up, and they're going to run with it. Now right there's an electric version of the Ferrari. MULN, founded in 2002, MULN Motor Cars was the company behind the MULN GT, which was the first electric supercar in the market back in 2007. MULN GT was named by Forbes magazine as the 7th fastest American production car in 2006. Well, with a history like that, I like to find an article. I like to find that article and read it. So in 2000, so they have a history with these electric cars. So I suspect this company's going to produce. I think they're on a mission to. I think they're on a mission to do something, make a difference in the country. And with rising gas prices right now, everybody may be forced to go electric in a very short time. Hopefully, the gas prices don't get too bad. And anyway, so right now you can reserve MULN 5, put down $100, and I guess if they're going to be in production 2004, you've got 2 years. You've got a 2-year wait for the car. But I tell you what, the past 2 years have gone by fast with this pandemic we've had. So anyway, let me jump over. That was MULN, MULN, ticker MULN. I'm going to provide links for all this stuff, so you could look at the website and everything, look it up yourself. So SHIB is down, Shiba Inu. So, but they've already burned 213.6 million. SHIB burn in 10 transactions. Half a billion will be gone on March 15th. So, $500 million. So that'd be $500 million is going to be 500 million. So they're going to have at least somewhere around 300 more million is going to burn on March 15th, or by March 15th. And then what that's going to do is going to make there's going to be less of the coin available for you to buy, and the price, the intention is for the price. The coin's going to get rarer, the price is going to go up in price as interest continues in Shiba Inu. I'm still holding my SHIB. I still have my SHIB, so I've not sold. I've not paper hands and panic sold. Hopefully, if you're in SHIB, I hope you're holding too, because this to me is a long term. I think crypto was here to stay. The government was going to sign. They were going to sign a bill this week, I believe. So the U.S. is looking at adopting crypto for currency. U.S. had been talking about its own cryptocurrency, and I've not seen much more about that. But I've not actually been following it that much. So I probably need to go back and look at that because they were talking about having a U.S. digital coin to use in the U.S. and possibly over time do away with paper money. So we shall see what happens with this. I think digital currency is here to stay. I don't think it's going to go away soon. Bitcoin's been very popular. So, but right here, let's see. So right here they talk about 514.5 million SHIB to go. I don't know. Maybe they're going to burn 514 more in addition to what's already been burned. That's kind of what that sounds like they're talking about. The official Twitter page for Travis Johnson's SHIB Burn Games Company has announced that by March 1st, they had acquired $12,806 worth of SHIB for their upcoming burn event. The company uses revenue from advertising their games to acquire Shiba Inu and then burn it. So they're using the games and they're trying to do that to reduce the amount of SHIB. So they've been tweeting about this. I want to leave a link so you can look at this and read this article. But I do feel like the price of SHIB is going to go up. It's just going to take some time. It's down. Yes, I know it's down. Yeah, 0.0000226. So I'm in the red right now, but I'm not worried about it because I'm going to hold it long term. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait to see what it does. I think all crypto is going to go up. There's too much interest in crypto. There's too many things getting put in place for crypto. The metaverse, all these virtual environments. It's like the VR show that was in the 80s. VR5, was that the name of it? I'll have to look it up and see. But, technology's changing, and it just makes sense. Digital. When you think about it, we're already digital. If you use your debit card, you're using credit cards to make your payments, you're going online to pay your light bill. I paid my light bill this morning online. I just went online, didn't take maybe less than 5 minutes to pay it. I paid my light bill, and no paper money transactions was handled. It was all electronic through my bank. So we're already digital. Our society is already digital when you think about it. So cryptocurrency is not going to change a whole lot of things. It's really not going to change a whole lot of things. The thing that gets me though is like stable coin makes more sense. Shiba, the way they're fluctuating on these prices, the prices are so really volatile on these. So it's like the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is a dollar. Okay, so the dollar is always a dollar in the U.S. The things that change when the price of the dollar goes down, when the value of the dollar goes down, is just products go up. So right now, the price of the coins are changing. They're not stable like the stable coins. They're not staying like a dollar. One U.S. dollar is a dollar. One Shiba Inu might be a different number compared to U.S. dollars tomorrow. It's a moving target. So this stuff right here, it's going to be interesting. I'm curious how all this is going to pan out in the long term. I don't think it's going to go away. With all the coins, there's like thousands of different coins out there right now. Will they all be around? I don't know. I don't know. I'm back and forth about that. Some of them I think will. I think they're going to be household names like Shiba, Dogecoin. I think SHIB's going to be SHIB, Doge is going to be Doge. Bitcoin's going to be Bitcoin. Ethereum's going to be Ethereum. Cardano's going to be Cardano. They're just going to be those coins. It's like the U.S. dollar versus the pounds versus the francs. You know, there's different national currencies is tied to different countries, and they, in comparison to the U.S. dollar, they're worth different values. The exchange is different. That's all. That's what the difference between crypto is going to be. These different Shiba, Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, all these different coins are just going to be those coins. They're going to have their value. And the exchange between the different coins is going to be different, just like different foreign currencies between the U.S. dollar. That's the same difference. It's really the same difference when you look at the mechanics behind it. So the only difference is the digital coins are, each coin has its own unique identifier. It's got like a number or whatever tied to it, address, whatever, to make the coin unique. So it's going to be an interesting ride. I think interest in digital currency is moving fast. It's here to stay, and it's going to be an interesting thing to see where this goes. And the metaverse is going to be interesting. But anyway, I appreciate you folks watching my video. I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a Jerry D in Tennessee. Talking about stocks and crypto, and it's just an interest I have. This is something I've been interested in, and I'm going to continue to talk about it. So I appreciate you visiting my video. I look forward to you in the next video. If you're not in the channel, appreciate it if you want to subscribe. I'll be coming out with more videos in the future, and I'm not coming out with a lot of videos recently because everything's down. Crypto's down. The stock market's down. It will come back. It will come back, and in my opinion, this is probably the time if you're going to buy into some stuff while stuff is down. Is when you want to buy. You want to buy when it's down, and sell when it's up. So, again, that's my opinion. That's my thoughts. That's actually the way you can make money is buy when it's low, sell when it's high. Buy the rumors, sell the news, as they say. But anyway, I wish you luck in your investments. Again, the market's down. I do think it will come back. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. The war's going to affect things for a little while till all this settles down and all of it's said and done. So we'll just have to ride it out and see. That's all you can do is ride it out, see what happens, and just go with the flow. So anyway, this is Jerry D in Tennessee. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope you have a good week. I hope you've had a good week, and I hope you have a good weekend this weekend coming up. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Bella's got to be right up under me, don't you, Bella? Oh my word. Cloudy day, looks like it may rain. Clouds out over the valley. East Tennessee Valley. And Bella, she's just happy to be around.